Good morning. It is 60 degrees out and it is expected to get up to 80. It's the middle of March and this is my monthly walkabout. This is Lorraine. I am the Yuma gardener and I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the garden this morning, and I want to show you things that are different than what they were last month in February. So let's just I'm showing you right now. I hope you can see it. All of my vines are covered with flowers. Just look at this. Look at the flowers. Wow. There's more. When I get around to the other side, I'll show you those. But look, all the vines are covered. Flowers everywhere. And you know, they just came out 2 days ago. They just started to bloom 2 days ago. And I am surprised because I've been a little bit under the weather. I have a cold and I didn't come out yesterday into the garden, so I didn't see all of this. So I am truly pleased with this result. I'm not even going to talk about this one because, as you know, it goes unchanged. These nasturtiums still haven't bloomed. They keep growing, but they haven't bloomed. Here are some pansies that I rescued. This is a rescue. I paid $1 for them. They were half dead, and I think I got them at Walmart in the garden center. And I always look for rescues of flowers that have been neglected at the garden centers, and they have them marked down. So I paid $1 for that one. And these over here, I paid $1 for these. And all I did was, when I brought them home, is I set them in a dish pan of water and just let them soak up the water. They were totally dehydrated. And after they perked back up is when I went ahead and repotted them. So they're looking great. I think that was a good find for $1. So more nasturtiums. These nasturtiums have blooms on them. And let's see, I don't have anything up here. And my tomatoes, I've got plenty of blossoms, but I don't know if I'm seeing any tomato. Oh, there's a few green tomatoes. There's a few green tomatoes on there. But the ones in the back are, wait till you see those. My goodness. Let's see. Oh, this is a new addition to the garden. This is a pink fairy duster. It is native to Arizona, and I'm very happy to add that to my collection. I know it's a little tiny plant, and I put it in a big pot, but with native plants, they need a lot of room for their roots to grow. So I'm just giving it to them as I'm planting them. Oh, gee whiz. This is a yellow bird of paradise, and all of this from here up, from where my fingers are up, that's all new growth within the last couple of days. So the plants are really responding to the change in the weather, which is what happened to me. I'm responding to it too. Every year I get a cold when the weather changes. And I think this is something that the birds have planted. I put out some sunflower seeds, and I hope it's not sunflowers, to tell you the truth. We'll see what they are when they get bigger. My orange tuberosa is still doing good. And it's getting I think it's getting a lot greener than it was when I first brought it home. This is something new, and you know, this is a yellow bell, and I have 4 of them. One is really not looking well, and might have to take that one out. But I have 4 of them that I planted these from seed, and I'm growing them as little trees. But this is the second time this one has bloomed. The first time I got blooms on it, I took the blooms off because I wanted it to focus more on growing and not flowering. But this time I just couldn't bring myself to take those gorgeous yellow bell blooms off. So we're gonna see how this tree goes. It's a little skinny, but maybe we'll just watch it and see how it does. Okay, back over here. These are my vines. This is the cross vine, and they have this trumpet-like flowers, so sometimes people call it the trumpet vine, but look at all the flowers on here. Are you seeing the blossoms that haven't even opened up yet? Oh my goodness gracious. That is going to be awesome. It is awesome now. Let's see. There's new growth on the Cape honeysuckle, but no blossoms. They blossom and then the flowers die back, and then there's nothing for a while. So I don't know how to get it to continuously blossom. So this is my pink. Oh, it has pink flowers on it, but this is the Purple Heart, and it's got those little pink flowers on it. Let's see, this is one of the sticks that I planted. That is the purple petunia, the Mexican petunia. And let's see, over here, you've seen those before. This is my vinca from last summer. This was gifted. These are geraniums, so those are new. Someone dropped off some cacti, and these plants over here were gifted. I even actually have some tomatoes growing in there. So, okay, let's come around and see what else we can find. Oh wow, oh my goodness, look, this is my Mexican petunia, and those are the flowers that they get, the purple flowers that just bloomed probably this morning. Yes, those are beautiful. So in the garden, let's turn around. In the garden, I planted some seeds, and I've got different kinds of things coming up in here. In the nursery, I marked them. Jump up pansies, I planted back in January the 29th. Verbena, January the 29th. Now that is purple verbena, and I'm excited about the purple verbena. So anyway, this is my, you've seen the rosemary, but this, I am really surprised at this. This is the scarlet runner beans. And I was so disappointed with my pole beans that I just had these scarlet runner bean seeds, and I just thought, I'm just gonna stick them in wherever. And oh, look at that, the rosemary is looking a lot better. This is the lettuce that I let go to seed, and look at the flowers. See, I've never done that before, let lettuce go to seed. I'm always harvesting lettuce, but look at the pretty flowers. And after the flowers, then you can collect the seeds. So hopefully the birds will appreciate those flowers. I've got some lettuce that needs to be harvested. Looks like more lettuce that's coming up. There's some back there that's doing pretty good. So lettuce is coming up. Lettuce will not, when it really starts to get hot, we're gonna lose the lettuce. Okay, so this is my red yucca. I planted 3 seeds, and I have 3 plants, and those are the little, this is it. And they have, that's a native plant. They have big seed roots, so they're in a big pot. So that's one. Here's the other one, and then this is the third one over here. And this is the most unusual thing. I guess it's a bulb. I don't do much with bulbs, But I found this in a container that I was repurposing the soil. I was dumping out the soil so I could repurpose it. And then I found this, there were the leaves, and it was just yellow leaves. And I thought, what is that? So I put it in some soil in a red cup. And look, it's already bloomed. It didn't have any blooms on it, and the leaves were yellow. And it was buried under the dirt. So that was a surprise. So the agastache, I don't see anything coming up. And I planted some last year, and I didn't get anything out of those either last year, so I don't know if I'm going to get any this year. This is Desert Marigold. It's coming up. Things are starting to really come up now that the weather is changing. So this is another of the scarlet runner bean that came up. And these are the tomatoes. I harvested a bunch of these tomatoes yesterday, and I still have tomatoes out here on the vine that are ripe and ready to be harvested. And there's some over there on the other side of the fence waiting to be harvested. So the cherry tomatoes are doing absolutely great. So I harvested some of the broccolini the other day, and I kept collecting it until I had enough for dinner last night. And don't you know, I burnt my broccolini. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh my goodness, this is a Sweet 100 that is really growing, and it's got a lot of blossoms on it. So let's turn around and see. Oh gee whiz, look at that. This is the Morning Glory tree, and this is where I cut it back. I showed you when I was going to cut it, told you when I was going to cut it back, and it's already getting some leaves on it. So you always worry. I do anyway. I worry when I have to cut my plants back because I'm like, oh, I'm killing the poor thing. And that didn't happen. So these are making a comeback. This is a yellow lantana. And I'm going to come around here because I want to get a good shot. And I want the sun behind me. This is my yellow tuberosa. This is something that the hummingbirds really enjoy. And there's a lot of new growth on it. But here's the thing. I wanted to get the sun behind me because this is, as you know, my moringa tree that I planted last year from a seed, maybe a year and a half, okay? And I didn't get any seed pods. I was hoping for seed pods, but there's no seed pods. But look at the growth on this tree. This is growing in a pot. Yep, that's the pot. I put it in a pot. And that is the only thing I have growing in that pot. The other things are just sitting on top to hold in moisture. But look at this. Look. All the way up. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. I have a sign on my porch that says, "From a tiny seed grows mighty trees." So this is it. But look at the Morning Glory tree. It got so big I just had to cut it back because I just don't have a lot of room. But anyway, this is a quick walkabout in my garden for what is this? This is March. And oh, there is more yellow of the scarlet runner beans. Look at how big these are. Wow. And I was just so upset because I didn't get any green beans, pole beans. I've got a handful of them. And then I saw these runner beans, scarlet runner beans, and I just said, oh, just stick them in the ground wherever and see what happens. So that is pretty much it. As far as the garden is concerned, things are growing great. They're looking healthy. And I'm pretty excited. Oh, look. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. So, with that, I'm going to say, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. If you like this video and you'd like to see more progress of what's happening in the garden, please give it a thumbs up, and I will check back with you soon.